The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the West Virginia Mountaineers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Using the spin move. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the ground with the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25s.
Lets it fly. Pulls it in inside the 10. Touchdown, West Virginia. And once he got loose, it was all over.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. On the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Caught inside the 20, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Got a lot of running room. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of...
Oh, look out. There he goes. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
And the Mountaineers will try to convert on 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Mountaineers come to the line trying to convert on 4th down. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're just treating the entire stadium as if it's 4-down territory. Odd decision here to go for it. 4th and very, very long. He's going for it all. He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop it. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Give to the running back. Nowhere to... carry. Loses 4 on the carry.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
This drive was clicking along, but now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. Safe completion on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He caught it. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Getting some heat. Pulls it in. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. Making great decisions. That's what all of the legendary Michigan quarterbacks have done. John Navarre, Elvis Grbac, and the guy I can't remember drafted in the 6th round by the Patriots.
Yeah, that guy, what was his name? Tom Brady? Yeah, I think that's his name. Yeah, he was pretty good too. But when you think about Michigan, you don't always think about the quarterbacks, and you don't always think about airing it out. But again, if you want to be a great college football team nowadays, you better be able to throw that pigskin.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
He wants to throw it again. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did it.
He's going to let it go. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Couldn't make the play on first down. They'll try it again. 2nd and 10 from the 27. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Now they'll try the right side. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
He's brought down at the 43-yard line. It's third down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. The give to the left. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. The give on 4th down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
And it's aggressive, right? You're in your own territory, going for it on 4th down, and it can be scary to think about if you don't get it. You set them up with good field position. But I like trusting your offense, knowing you can go out there and get the first down.
And the Mountaineers are moving quickly down the field. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Unleashes one deep. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to force an incompletion.
They'll go to the ground. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
Virginia, 14. Michigan, 7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. The give and the run on 4th down. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
You know, you kind of get stuck in no man's land once you get across that 50-yard line where it might be a long field goal, which isn't really high percentage. Or do I go for it on 4th down? I like to go for it, personally. I like the aggressiveness. They go for it, and they get the big first down.
Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap.
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. great drive by the offense.
21, Michigan 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Kane. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely over.
Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be...
That's a live ball. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. The give to the lone running back. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Makes his connection. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion, nice short gain. Now it sets up 3rd down. And wait a minute, 3rd down now becomes, we're going to go for it on 4th down anyway, so it really doesn't matter that much. Great job getting a little chunk. Now we get to go have some fun.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Klein. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Defense going all in to stop the run. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. The official says no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Just ran over it. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line. They pick up a 6. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They'll try the run. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Stevens. Oh, just left him flailing. And now the ball is knocked free. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and throw.
They're testing the right side here. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance.
No score zone right here. No score zone. Come on, man. Pick it up.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Unloads it downfield. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down. They can be in position. But they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Fires into a world of traffic, and it's picked off. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. The give to the back. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. He's piled up 87 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. It's first down from the 37-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Ball marked at the 26. It's first and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it a little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They run into a bit of trouble here. Third and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. The Cuse is in the house. Syracuse is pouring it on right now with an offensive performance we haven't seen since some of the legendary 44s. They're up by 17 over Duke. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Going to try to get it himself. And he scoops his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take a shot. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's not afraid to go deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Mountaineers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
The RPO fired complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing. Going to take a shot at this DB. And he intercepts it. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make it. Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
Ooh, offense really lucky there. Ball on the ground. Everybody's trying to make a scramble for it, and it just goes out of bounds. So the offense lucky to maintain possession.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Brought down at the 27-yard line. 3rd down coming.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Mountaineers decide to punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it. Right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a 1st down.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to get to him. And the pressure was all over him in the blink of an eye.
This was one of the keys to the game. Could this quarterback, could he extend plays and then make throws in scramble situations? That time, the defense was able to get to him and bring him down for a huge loss.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the right. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is, they got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He unleashes a long one. Makes the catch. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance to make a goal line stand, get some momentum back, get the ball back to your offense.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He's going to the right, looking for a path to the end zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. Single back formation, and they give it to it. Touchdown, West Virginia! And the pummeling has started. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone. It's King. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big.
All kinds of running room. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Wants to go up top. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
West Virginia, 31. Michigan, 13.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man.
First and 10.
West Virginia has it in the offense ready to go to work. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll try it again. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows we're hitting. What a play by the defensive end.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Out of bounds, near the 32. It's 3rd down.
Here on 3rd down.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, West Virginia, 31. Michigan, 13.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Mountaineers will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Slippery run, 49. Westchester University, 22.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or would you say, hey, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that was a nice second down run and setting up 3rd and inches. And now it's physical time, right? Like, they know you might run the football. You know you probably want to run the football. How can you be more physical? Sometimes bring some extra bodies, some extra tight ends in. Go to that play that you know is your short yardage play. 3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game. Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
And you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear.
Get set, get set.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Throws for the tight end. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Looking for a crease to the left. They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest and pound that run.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play. They get just enough to keep the drive alive.
The Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to scramble. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. From the red zone, it's Cook. Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's perfect. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. The give as they work on that clock. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. They'll run it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They go to the ground. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets them a first at the 29.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looked